Hello. Are we live? All right. Let me see if I am live. Okay, 1 second. The delays, no joke, man. I think I'm live. Okay, let's see. Yep, I think I'm live. Okay. All right. Welcome back to AMA Sunday night session. So this is Ask Me Anything Sunday session, and this is episode 100. Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, 100. This one is not going to stop, lah. Don't worry, you guys. Because my another show, the Three Marketer Show, we actually put a pause to it when we hit 100. But this one, I'm not going to put a pause to it. Not yet. We're just going to keep going for this one. So yeah, it's episode 100. So what I do here is I do simple things. I answer questions. So how do you ask me questions, any questions at all regarding Facebook advertising and digital marketing? So all you need to do is you can actually go to my YouTube channel. Okay, go to youtube.com/Jason Gan. So youtube.com/Jason Gan. So that's my YouTube channel. And if you have any Facebook ads related questions, feel free to go over there and search for any questions you have. Because I've already posted, I actually last counted the other day, it was close to about 880 videos available. Most of them are, answers to questions that were posted by you guys. So if you don't find any questions, feel free to pop your question in any of the videos on my YouTube channel. The best way to post them is on my YouTube channel, because I really keep a close eye on the questions posted. And what I'll do is I'm going to bring them over and answer them over here on my AMA session over here. So this is me going live every Sunday night at 10 p.m. And we will spend half an hour together for me to go over your questions and all that. So very simple, right? If you post your questions on Monday, come back on the next Sunday, the following Sunday, to listen to my answers. Yeah, I do my best to cover everything that was posted. If I miss any, feel free to drop me a message or ask again. Okay, so but of course, if you're here, if you have time, join me on Sunday night to ask me questions as well. You can actually post the questions while I'm actually going live. Pop it on the chat, and I'll actually bring it up, like over here, like Kevin said, pause. The idea was to pause the Three Marketer Show, but we do not know what are the plans coming up yet. So we don't know. The future could be anything, right? All the possibilities are endless. So it could happen. Anything could happen. Okay. So today we have quite a few questions available. So I don't want to actually waste time, because we have about 9 questions available. Just want to make sure that I'm able to cover all of them. So yep. So let's get on. But along the way, if you have any questions, feel free to pop in the chat. But if you want to help me to answer their questions and whatnot, feel free to put your so-called feedback and your suggestions and all that in the comment as well. So we want this to be very interactive. We want this to be very fun, so that we can actually learn together. All right. So Ask Me Anything Sunday happens on every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Malaysia time. So let's go to the first question. So the first question is coming from Raja. He's asking how to contact Facebook. Well, I tell you, this question is, I don't know how many times I receive this question every month, but it's still a very valid question. So how can you contact Facebook when you have issues like, for example, your ad account disabled and what nonsense, and if you need help from Facebook, is there any official way that you can actually, contact them, like call them? Now, for those who are in the States, there are actually ways for you to contact them and even to call Facebook. But, I don't think it's still very straightforward. So, for anyone, for the rest of the world, the best way to contact Facebook. So let me bring you in, right? So over here, so this is the Facebook ad account. So all you do here is, you see, like when you're in a Facebook ad account, okay, when you're inside a Facebook ad account, all right, on the left sidebar, do you see this thing? There is a question mark over here. There's a question mark in a circle. Okay, you can actually click on this, and it will bring it up to a help center. Okay, Kevin has a very interesting suggestion that you can actually email support@facebook.com. You can try, no harm. But I doubt you'll get like really like any much feedback from them. But anyway, feel free to try. Okay, so but the best way at the moment is to click on this, like a question mark in a circle on the left sidebar over here if you are looking at the screen, and then you open up the right sidebar over here, and actually you can see there's there's a small button above my head over here. It's called Contact Facebook, Contact Support Team. So to contact support team, actually very straightforward. You just click on the Contact Support Team, and then then they will be asking you like, what issues are you facing and all this stuff and all that, then you can actually select. But I would suggest that you go all the way down that you need help with your ad account settings or whatnot. I mean, try to find questions. Some they would route you to maybe some, like automated response or even some like articles and stuff. But then again, I guess this is the easiest way for you to start. So if you choose, and eventually if you can't find any help, like for example, my ad is, maybe I want to like, maybe I'll go by, I will need help with my ad account. Maybe I just go by ad account settings. Okay. Then they will ask you whether, is there any help that you can actually select from here and blah, blah, blah. So you can actually choose to start a chat. So eventually when you start a chat, it will bring you to start a conversation with Facebook on Facebook Messenger, and you'll be assigned a concierge member. I don't know what they call them now, so they are professional people that they are going to help you with all these questions and all that. So this is how you can actually contact Facebook. So just go through this and eventually, just do whatever, type them an e-message and all that. So then you will start a conversation with them on, Facebook Messenger. So from there, I want you to get ready. When you are contacting Facebook this way, you want to make sure that you are standing by, because usually for this kind of conversation on Messenger, they want you to respond immediately. If you do not respond immediately, they will close the conversation and deem that, they have probably kind of like solved your problem, or they will bring it over to email conversation instead. So if you want to really do this real quick, stand by at least half an hour for the next half an hour to be there in front of your computer, because they might ask you to, submit some screenshot or whatnot, actually to kind of like get it, try to understand your situation. And they might even call you. So they might even call you, like, actually the other day I was just helping one of my, like student where, he was having his ad account disabled and all that with all this nonsense, couldn't get around. So we started a conversation and Facebook actually call him. And at least they got some sort of solutions. But of course, like we say, there are whatever problems that you're having, you may not be able to get it solved there and then with this concierge. So, but at least you get it started, and you will have a case ID, and eventually you'll be able to follow up with them with the case ID, and eventually, hopefully, you can actually get your problem solved. So that's how you contact Facebook. Okay. And yeah, everything ready, right? Chiwai was saying that make your ad ID ready, make your business manager ready, ID ready, all those nonsense must be ready. So be ready when you are trying to talk to them. So you want to respond to them as soon as you can, so that you can actually quickly get it over and done with. Okay, and Chiwai said, because the front desk, they want to specify ID, the ad ID, the campaign ID, and all sort of stuff must be there ready as well. So make sure that you are standing by when you're asking questions. Okay, so that's the first question from Raja. Thank you. And then the next one is coming from Wei Chong. So Wei Chong was asking about the same thing, like new beta Mr. Sweet didn't show ads post, how to settle. Okay, so we do this again one more time. This is actually the same thing as we did last week. So what we do here is when you are actually trying to do this, right? Let's close this thing. So how do we do that is you click on this hamburger. Okay, apparently, okay, there are two ways to come into page post. One is actually to come in here as a page post to, to find, which it will bring you to the Meta Business Suite. And eventually, you no longer have the page post and publish ad post feature over here. But what we did last week was this. Chiwai shared this, like, you see, like the same thing, right? This is page post. But when I click on it, and let's say if I click on it, hey, this is going to Meta Business Suite already. Let's see. Okay, so Right. Oh, this is going in already. So this ad account maybe cannot do. And then the other one was, what was the URL? SUI, do you remember? So I actually kind of like, we did something like, we wanted to do something like, hang on. Okay, got hang over here. So let's say if I do this, right, I click page post. Still, it goes to Meta Business Suite already. Oh, okay, I think they actually took it away, actually. Was it manage underscore posts? Or was that already a latest? Shortcut there got another page post. Shortcut. Let's see. Shortcut over here. Shortcut, right? This page post, I click on this. Yeah, I click on this. It led us to the Meta Business Suite already. Already going to Meta Business Suite. Yeah, so the inevitable is here. You're right. So yeah, it's gone, my friend. It's gone. It's gone. So yeah, so just kind of like have to get over with it already. So Wei Chong, at this point of time, we have lost the ability to post your ad post into your Facebook page, because that was what we had. You know, we had this feature to kind of like select a ad post and publish it into the Facebook page. But on my end, as I tested with several of my Facebook ads account, I have lost it. So, but if you still want to try your luck, you go back to episode 99. I think in episode 99, we discussed about this as well. And I think we kind of like mentioned the URL. There is a URL that you can actually directly try to force yourself into the URL, you know, and see whether you can actually get it. So if you still can't get in, then it's gone. So yeah, so this is the problem. You know, Facebook changed their features from time to time, and they always kind of like take away and put back certain features from time to time. And we are hoping one day they will give us back the ability to add posts into your Facebook page again. But then again, at this point of time, as we can see, Wei Chong, it's gone. All right. So go back to episode 99 to see whether you have it. Okay. All right. So then we have the next question coming from Alex. Okay. So Alex is asking, does using a lookalike audience 2% in one ad account and an ad campaign and 3% in another ad account and ad campaign could interfere with each other and lower your results, conversions, etc.? Both campaigns are conversion campaigns. Now, theoretically, when you are targeting similar audience, when you talk about lookalike audience 2% and 3%, they are similar audiences. And especially if you're using the same source, right? One is 2%, one is 3%. So 3% includes 2%, theoretically. All right. It's just that, you know, 3% covers more people because it expanded into like other people who are like, you know, 3% is according to the country, so-called Facebook user size. So when you are running ads like this, theoretically, both of these campaigns will be competing among each other. All right. But what I would actually say here is it would not be very significant unless you're spending really big, that it could exhaust the audience really quick, and that might become a challenge. And whether you're using the same ad account or different ad account, they will be competing among each other, but nonetheless, it won't be very significant. That's what I want to say. So as long as you are actually controlling your frequency at the more reasonably low level, and then you have some exclusion in place, as in like, you know, if both are actually using the same page, you make sure that you're excluding people who interacted recently and all that. These are our standard exclusion. That will reduce the overall frequency of both campaign on both ad accounts, and that should actually lower your competition among these two ads. So yeah, but if you are actually running two different ads, you know, like two different messages and all that, I think it's fine, right? To let them see both. But yet again, this is really your strategy. So I would say as long as the frequency is at the lower side, I think you should be fine. But just a quick one, Alex, if you need help, right, since you run ads, so I would like to invite you to actually buy me a coffee. Yeah, I invite you to buy me a coffee. That sounds very interesting. But anyway, if you want me to actually look into your campaign and give you suggestions about, you know, like what have you done right or wrong? How can you actually improve your performance? How can you do better? How can you do differently with your campaign? How can you exclude? How can you know, like draw a different strategy for your Facebook ads campaign by looking at your existing data. So this is a one-on-one Facebook ads analysis exercise where like we will spend half an hour together, 30 minutes to look into your existing campaign to give you suggestions. So scan this QR code, it will bring you to Fiverr. Okay, and then after that, you buy me a coffee and we can spend half an hour together to look into your campaign. So yeah, so this is how we can quickly look into whatever you have right now and see, how can we do better. So yeah, okay, let's come back to, this is Alex. Oh, wait, it's Alex. Okay, so Alex, there you go. Thanks for the question. Next, we have Sam. So Sam has a very interesting question. So Sam sells gloves in Shopee. Wow, that's a very interesting niche. Okay, so which have conversion is automatic automobile mechanics. Okay, okay. Your main target audience is more automobile mechanics. You're not not in an easy sell category, but okay. Sometimes we think that it's only for mechanics, but we can't rule out that other normal laymen might want to buy as well. But okay, no argument on this. So you say selling price is around 16 ringgit per pair. Current ROAS is below 1. Can you give me some suggestions on how to increase the ROAS and ads performance? You see, when it comes to ads performance, there are many angles. Fundamentally, in my opinion, what makes a good Facebook ads campaign is it has to be able to send the right message to the right people to get them to take the right action. So it all starts from the right message, which is the creative and the copywriting. So that will play a very important role, whether it does entice people to take action or not, because everything starts from a click. Then it will lead to like add to cart and conversion and all that. So everything starts from the click, and click comes from how attractive is your advertisement or how accurate is your target audience. So both play a role. So the right message to the right people, and eventually to choose the right objective. But three are important, and you have to actually kind of like align these three things. So eventually, I won't be able to just give you and say that, oh, how can we do this and right away? And but if you already run campaign, if you have existing campaigns that you're running, and it's a lot effective. It's a lot more effective if we can actually look at your current data and see what are the areas that we are kind of like lacking, and how can we improve. Let's say if you have low CTR, then eventually it's the creative problem. And if you have kind of like a low conversion from like the landing page view to conversion, probably is because of the the pricing point, or maybe you brought in the wrong audience. There are many angles to look at the performance. I won't be able to give you like answer like just plug like this, but if you need help, Sam, buy me a coffee, scan this QR code, buy me a coffee, and together we will spend half an hour to look into your campaign, and I'll be able to give you solid recommendations, because by then we'll be looking at your campaign data. It's a lot easier for me to give you suggestions and like recommendations based on whatever that you already have, to give you the idea on how actually you can improve this thing. All right, so yeah, so that's what we can do. Okay, so that's that. Sam, thanks for asking the question, and if you need my help, just buy me a coffee. Okay. Yeah, and Kevin was saying that do what you did, get me to look at your campaign. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for recommending, Kevin. Now we have another one. Like some people is asking, some marketing companies selling other people's pages engagement for us to target using our Facebook ads. Does this work? No, don't do anything that is not allowed or authorized by Facebook. All these are not beneficial to you. Yeah, just a real plug on this thing. So don't do anything that is not allowed. Okay. And then, so that's Sam. The next question is coming from Cracelia Flores. I mean, I hope I did not pronounce your name wrongly, but okay, no, here's the question. So your Facebook marketplace does not let you ship items anymore or post item anymore. You look into it and your account quality has been permanently restricted. Okay, apparently you did not send in your ID that restricted your account. Please help. Facebook say they cannot unrestrict your account because it's permanent decision. Actually, yes, this is the problem. Now, my advice to all of you, whenever Facebook flag you or give you like ban your account, restrict your account, do not sit on it. Okay, do not sit on it. Respond immediately, because now I think they set a window. If you do not respond within a certain period of time, they will just kind of like say that the window to appear, the window to request for review is closed, and the decision is final. It's almost impossible to revert. I mean, I would say somebody told me that they really persistent and they really kind of like keep on knocking the doors over and over and over and over again, and finally they got it back, but that will take you too long. So I would say when it comes to this, why not you start fresh again? You know, like get your friends, get your husbands, get your fathers, your mothers, your daughters, you know, like Facebook profile. I mean, it has to be legit, real profile, and start doing whatever you want to do with whatever you want to do again. I mean, we all know that this is actually not right for Facebook to do this. Like they're killing their business, right, in a way, because they're stopping so many people to run ads. But I believe they have their reason to do all this, although we don't understand that. But yeah, if you want to do this, you have to make sure that you are on top of things. So request for review immediately, submit ID whenever they ask you, just to make sure you do not sit on the problems. Yeah. And this thing I won't be able to offer you any like direct suggestion, but my recommendation is to really start fresh. Yeah, I think start fresh will be a better way. Seriously, do not kind of like, you can try, you can keep trying, but start fresh. You know, business cannot wait, right? We need to keep running. So yeah, so that's my take. Okay, Chrysilla, yeah, thanks for the question. Okay, and next one we have Nick. So Nick is asking, okay, because this video, okay, Chrysilla, you can actually watch this video. Okay, go to my YouTube and search for this workaround when Facebook ads account permanently banned. I would actually walk you through how to, like work around this thing. First get somebody else at profile and stuff, blah blah blah. So these are the steps that you can do. And Nick was asking, how long do you need to wait for the new account to be able to create business manager without being banned again? Okay, here's the thing. First thing first. Okay, the rule of thumb is when you want to work around, the rule of thumb is do not create a new Facebook profile. That's a rule of thumb. No, do not. Because immediately when you use a new Facebook profile, they will flag it right away. They don't allow you to do anything. So use someone else's account. Someone else's account, like your husband, your girlfriend, like someone's legit account that is active and they are using it regularly. It's not something that has been like shelved for like years and never used. So from a real account, not a new account, as in like someone else's account, and then use that to create business manager immediately. You can actually create new page if you want, new ad account if you want, and everything else. And trust me, the moment you start running ads, you will go into restriction or ban again. But then again, because it's a real account, you will go through the process of like, oh, they will request for your ID and all that. Go through that process and everything should be okay. Should be okay. Just want to make sure that you understand the sequence. Okay, so yeah, do not use a new ad account. I believe when you ask this question, you are using a newly created Facebook profile. That's a no-no. But use someone else's account, you can start right away. And you will run into restriction and you just need to do what they ask you to do. As simple as that. Okay? So that's Nick. All right. So the next question here is from Lee Wilson. So none of the ads for your discrete lingerie Shopify store are being accepted. Even Instagram and Pinterest are blocking your store. How does the lingerie store become successful with online marketing? There are many ways actually. In fact, I've helped sex toys as well. I mean, to be frank, there are ways. You just need to, like create some workaround. You don't really need to be sexy or per se. You don't need to really like show nudities and all that. Even if it's a sexy lingerie, you just need to kind of like first the creative itself represent. I mean, you can use. If it's a lady's lingerie, of course you use a lady. You don't need to really like show a lot of flesh. Okay, you can just say that. Just do it in a way that tell them that, hey, this is a lingerie store. Come and take a look. I mean, you are not selling the. See, here's a lot of people would think that if I don't show my product, how am I supposed to sell? Like, for example, let me give you this. Like, a lot of products, when they are running ads, they can't show the product. I don't know whether you get what I mean. Or they probably will just tell them that, like, for example, when we sell courses, right? I mean, there is no product. Okay, I will sell that, oh, this is really for you to start running, like, freelancing. So come over and take a look at this. Because the real selling happens on the website itself, not on the advertisement. So the advertisement, what you need to do on the advertisement is really to get the message across and to get the right people in. I think that's a very important connection we have to build. And after that, it's just work. So yeah, and of course your retargeting will be very much limited where you can't really showcase, but you can show the product without showing the person on it. I've seen it. I've seen it. You know, I've helped somebody who actually like run sex toys. I mean, sex toys, really. You can say what it is and probably like position it. But of course, you need to go through some experiments, some adjustment until you find a combination of things that you are allowed to do. And of course, when you are able to run ads on Facebook, you can run ads from everywhere. But remember, Facebook is not the only place, right? Facebook, Instagram combined, yes, that's important, but it's not the only one. You have TikTok, okay? I'm not sure whether you have tried, and I'm not sure whether you have tried what do we call YouTube advertising. These are all different categories or different platforms that you can try. I'm not sure about Pinterest though. I am not familiar with that. But remember, when we run ads, there are many platforms, right? As long as you have money, there must be ways. Actually, we can go in. But if you need help, right, just real quick, you can actually scan this QR code, Wilson, and you know, we can actually look at your campaign or whatever that you have done that was being flagged or disabled, and I probably will give you some suggestions about what you can possibly try. Yeah, on the next step. Okay. Yeah, and Shiwai say, do not show tits. Do it with class. Don't focus too much on zoom in a specific part of the body. It will flag. I totally agree. I totally agree. Like, and like I said, another thing is you don't really need to show human. You just show the product, which is the product is neutral. As long as it's not wearing, if it's not somebody else who's wearing it, it doesn't really give people that kind of like, oh, this is a sexy thing. I mean, come on, man. Else, how can all these other lingerie businesses still thrive, you know, on the social media? There must be some ways. Okay, so that's that. If you need help, just scan this QR code, buy me a coffee, and we can do this together. Cool. All right. So which one? So that's Wilson, and then we have Anime Kaizoku. So Anime Kaizoku is asking, would you be able to run a conversion campaign for T2 even without CPAS since conversion campaign asks for Facebook Pixel? The answer is no. The answer is no. You can't run conversion when you don't have CPAS. So if you want to get CPAS, talk to Kelvin. Okay, I bring up Kelvin so that you can actually go to Facebook and look for Kelvin. This guy, Kelvin Yam, right? Go to Facebook, look for Kelvin. He will guide you how to actually request for, apply for Facebook's Shopee CPAS if you are in Malaysia. Other countries, I don't know, but maybe Kelvin can help. All right, so you talk to this guy, Kelvin Yam, with this handsome face over there. Okay, talk to this guy. He's an expert in when it comes to Shopee ads and all that. We work together, and he can help you. But if you don't have CPAS, okay, you can't use conversion technically because yes, you're right. It has to be linked with it has to be linked with a pixel or a but which you do not have. You don't have Shopee's pixel. It's really Shopee's. So you need CPAS. If you don't have it, then you have to use traffic, which is a different kind of strategy. If you want to learn that, you can actually learn from my Facebook ads for Shopee course, which is available on my website. That gives you a very, at least an effective way for you to run ads to people who are interacted with your ads and all that. Even you don't have CPAS. So that's something you can do. But if you want, get CPAS. All right. Okay. So Anime. And the last one is coming from Andrew. Okay, Andrew, a little bit dissatisfied, but let me look into that. Andrew posted a comment on my video about Facebook Pixel ID not active, how to solve. So apparently when you say your ID not active, when you go into your Facebook Events Manager, look at your pixel and it shows in gray color, not in green color, which means the pixel is not active. Okay, so when the pixel is not active, that means your website it's not installed properly on your website. Okay, so Kevin asked this, you have a website, you have a pixel. You see, having a website and having a pixel are two different things. It has been installed, you look at it on your website in Facebook, you get the error message. So my video does not help. Here's the thing. The video is about your ID not active. But Andrew, to be frank, I don't even know what error message you get. And how can you say that the video, it doesn't help? Of course, the video talks about when your pixel ID is not active. But your situation is you probably have different issues. You see, when it comes to pixel, there could be 1,566 different possibilities when it comes to error messages and situations that you might face. So yeah, you have to look at what's happening And then you try to solve the problem based on the error message that they actually told you, like could it be because whatever it is and all that, and try to solve it from there. Yeah, so that's what I can say. But frankly speaking, for most of the issues that you are facing right now, especially with pixels and all that, you probably can't find a very solid solution. So you have a few ways. Okay, you can actually go to Fiverr and look for those pixel experts and try to pay them, like, and get them to look into your situation, to look at how can you solve that, or talk to your website developer. Okay, because they probably have the know-how to look at your situation and probably to give you some ideas about how to solve it. But then again, like I say, your problem is your challenge or your errors that you're facing could be very unique, and looking around may not really help. I would suggest that you look for an expert. So yeah, so that's what I think. All right, Andrew, I hope I provided you some, like angles. But anyone else who need my help, okay, then you can actually scan this QR code, and eventually you can actually come over and ask me any questions for half an hour. It could be whether your ad account is disabled, it could be your pixel issue. But pixel issue, I have to be very upfront. I'm not a pixel expert, but maybe I can point you to some possibilities, like the possible routes to solve your problem. Yeah. And any Facebook ads related questions, if you need my help and you need a more private one-on-one session, we can spend half an hour together, and you buy me a coffee for that. So that's what we do. Okay. Now, somebody was asking, any reason why you can't see copy link at Facebook post street.pc, but you can see it on mobile? I don't know. Seriously. Like I said, this is something that you can't show me, and we have to look into your situation. But if you need help, I can't see your name. Who's that? Are you in my circle? If you're in my circle, then maybe we can actually, if you're in my inner circle member like Jason Nation, I'm not sure who are you. You can actually use your session with me. But if you're not, you can scan this QR code and buy me a coffee, and we can actually look into your situation, like probably give you some suggestions. Yeah. And like let's say Kevin is saying, right click the date on the post and copy link. I mean, that makes sense as well. If you want just the link. Yeah. So if you just want the link, there are many ways to get that. Okay. Thanks, Kevin, for suggesting. But so that's, thank you. As I have good friends over here. Anyway, this is it. Okay. I hope you guys are having fun. And this is what I do every Sunday night. Short one, 30 minutes, but it's good enough for us to cover. Like today, we covered 9 questions, not too bad. So if you have any questions, feel free to pop them. I mean, just go to my YouTube channel, search for your questions first. All right. If you can't find an answer, just post your questions in any of my videos. I mean, as a comment on any of my videos, and I'll pick them up like what I did just now and answer them on the following Sunday at 10 p.m. Malaysia time. So this is it. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks, Chiwai. Thanks, Kevin, and whoever who's watching this and the replay. And I'll see you next week. Thanks. Good night. Bye.